Hey, good morning, traders. Well, I am back from my little hiatus, a much needed vacation. Got to see some sun, so I'm feeling refreshed here. And this morning, I wanted to give you a quick update on the altcoins that I have been tracking. And if you have been following me on my site, which just popped up there, I believe, let me post it again, just so you see where you can follow me. You guys know that I have entered some trades while I was on vacation. Of course, I did this all mobily thanks to technology. I was able to both enter those trades and also post updates on my blog, keep you all in the loop as to what trades I have entered. I'm going to pull up my portfolio in just a second, and we'll cover those, and then we'll just run through this list that I have showing you the altcoins that I currently am tracking and the ones I'm still waiting for the perfect moment to enter. All right, so let us get started without further ado. This is the chart of Bitcoin, but before we get into that, let me just pull up my public portfolio so you guys can see what trades I'm currently in. This is my $10,000 portfolio. Those of you who follow me know that I made the transition over to Drops tab. I'm recognizing some difficulties with this public tracking portfolio. Number one, I can't short trades, which I suppose is okay. I'm not very good at shorting anyways. I'm still keeping my spreadsheet up to date, although the data is a little bit delayed in entry. For instance, all these trades that I entered this last week took me about till I got back here did I update the trade tracker, so it's a week behind. But this is the immediate portfolio where you can see immediately when I enter trades. And if you follow me here, those of you who haven't followed me, there should be a little follow button up in this area somewhere, a little blue follow button. And I believe once you follow me, you will be notified immediately when I make those trades. So you don't necessarily, don't quote me on this. Some of you who are following me on this public portfolio, let me know if I'm speaking correctly or not. But if you can't get the notification here, obviously I post all of my trades on my website, studom.us, and you'll see immediately. And that always goes to Twitter and my other social media accounts as well. Anyways, this is our $10,000 portfolio challenge, and we're working our way up here, even in a bear market where I've made mostly long trades, and the few short trades that I did make, I didn't do very well on, admittedly. So I'm definitely a better trader in the long territory versus the short. Anyways, we are up to almost 11,000 now in this portfolio. As soon as I double this, we will turn paid subscriptions back on and continue our quest to 100,000 plus. I'm hoping, truthfully, to turn $10,000 into $1 million within 5, maybe 6 years it takes us. But you guys get to watch this grow as I make these trades. So anyways, these are the trades that I am currently in. You can see audio was the most recent trade here, and we're right at break even. I made that trade yesterday. Matic, we're a little bit in the profit. Ethereum, we're doing good on. This is my USD holdings right now. About 40%, actually 30% of my holdings are in stablecoin. We have Dogecoin here on the list. XRP, I expect to do well. Algo and Ape. All right, those are my entries. That's what we have thus far. All right, so now let me go to Trading View. I'm going to pull this tab back down into my browser screen. All right, and let's go through this list here and tell you which altcoins I'm still waiting for a good technical setup before I enter. First, we'll talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is in this area of major resistance where we've been sitting for at least 2 weeks. All right, and I told you guys this was going to be huge. I mean, we're just not going to just pop straight through this. That's big resistance. My expectation, though, it's growing less and less likely with time, because the more time we spend up here bumping our heads against this resistance area, the less likely we are going to pull back and in Bitcoin. But still, the chances or the probability is with us that we will pull back. And you can see here these pink lines, they indicate a cup and handle pattern that I'm currently tracking. This big thick purple line here, that is our neckline. And what I'm expecting us to do, and you can see indicated by those red areas, I'm expecting us to come back down and retest that neckline before we take another stab at breaking this resistance area. If we can break that resistance area, our target is up here, the cup and handle target, at anywhere from 35-ish to 39. That square may be a little bit thin, but anyways, anywhere from 35 to 39,000 is what I'm expecting the target to be on this cup and handle pattern. All right, so that's the news for Bitcoin. And again, I still expect that pullback, though it is growing less likely. But at the moment, probability is still with us. Moving on to the Bitcoin dominance chart. Again, same situation in correlation with our Bitcoin chart. Dominance has hit major resistance in 2 areas. First one is the red area. We have poked our head through that red area several times within the past year and a half and gone into the orange area. But and I stated this a year and a half ago, I expected us just to travel within the boundaries of lower support here and upper resistance for quite some time. I expected us to be bouncing around in here, and that is exactly what we have done. Now we're up into that resistance again, and I just don't see us breaking through that. All right, so I'm expecting the pullback in Bitcoin along with the pullback in Bitcoin dominance, though it may not happen that way. Essentially, what could happen is we get a pullback in Bitcoin dominance, let's say down to this 50-day, maybe even down to the 200-day moving average. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin itself will pull back. All right. What that does indicate is that altcoins will finally get a good run here. Okay, so that's the story on Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. And with that pullback on Bitcoin dominance that I am expecting, let's just jump over to our total 2 chart, which is all the altcoins. This is just all the altcoins, including Ethereum minus Bitcoin. All right, and you can see here I'm tracking an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is very bullish. We're up into the neckline here, which is providing a resistance again for 2-3 weeks. If we can break that, this is the target on our altcoin market. All right, we're looking at anywhere from 789 billion to 861 billion market cap on the inverse head and shoulders, and this will be our clue that the time is now ripe to enter into more of these altcoin trades. Although you can see from my recent trades, I made a lot of trades while I was on vacation, that I am prepping for this to occur. Like, I'm kind of counting on it because I am maybe a little too overweighted in altcoins, but 70% in alts right now. Now, that being said, remember that most of these, if not all of them, except for audio, are larger cap altcoins. I'm not going for the meme coins. I'm not going for the smaller cap altcoins. These are specifically targeting larger cap altcoins. Okay, so let's start with Solana up here at the top of my list, and I'm going to zoom in here. Again, another inverse head and shoulders pattern I'm tracking, and Solana has a big area of confluence that is currently acting as resistance. This is a combination of that descending trend line, which is our neckline for this inverse head and shoulders pattern, along with the 50-day and 200-day intersecting all in this area, providing huge resistance and a huge area of confluence. If we break through that, we most definitely will sail, and the target here on Solana is around $45, give or take. All right, so that's what I'm shooting for, but I have not made an entry into that until I see that we can capture this resistance area, the neckline and 50 200-day moving average. If we get above that, quick entry is needed because it will move fast at that point. Algo is one that I'm in. I'll tell you why I'm in it. I saw this this exit of the larger descending triangle. Top side has 560 plus days, bottom side 775 plus days. We just recently exited it, and then what did we do? We popped real quickly, hit our heads on the 50-day, formed another smaller bullish descending triangle. Now let me get this arrow out of the way here. There is a trend line, descending trend line, that is acting as resistance. That is going to provide us again area of confluence, because that 50-day is also coming down to join forces, providing us resistance. We break above that and we will go to 29 cents, folks, and that is why I'm in this trade. I'm also in this trade, not I wouldn't call it a trade. I'm holding algo because it does provide interest. So it's wise in these bear markets. This is what I've been doing, to hold some of the altcoins that provide you APY. That way, if you're wrong about these bull moves, you're still earning coin, you're still earning interest on your investments. But this, we're talking specifically about our $10,000 portfolio challenge, and algo is one that I'm in. XRP, okay, I expect this thing to rip soon. Again, it's already ripped because we broke outside of this long trending bullish triangle. 1,000 plus days on the bottom side, 700 plus days on the top side. Broke it, and you guys have been following me. I bought many different places, but one of my best trades was buying down here at the bottom side, and we ripped all the way up to exactly my target, 58 cents. I expect we're going to hit that target once again. All right, so the question is, do we hit the target of 58 cents before we collapse below this very steep ascending trend line and all of these support areas? One of them is that trend line here. I'm trying to zoom out so those arrows are actually pointing at the different hang on a second, guys. Actually pointing at the different trend lines. I'll move this around just a little bit. All right, so anyways, these arrows are pointing at different levels and trend lines. These are all support areas. But if we break them all, then we're probably going to come all the way back down, retest that 50-day or 100-day moving average. Get rid of this circle. It's no longer relevant. And you can see here, down here, I have the golden cross, which is a lagging indicator, but it just indicates the bullishness of XRP. So I am in this trade. And you can see where my stop is, somewhere under this somewhere under this level, this pivot low, this big red candle here, I would suggest. But again, I post these stop limits, but I want to make you guys aware that often I move them myself depending upon price, time, and pattern. All right. So as time goes, just like I said with the Bitcoin chart, A probability grows less and less likely of a pullback, and that happens in all of these patterns. Less and less likely, more and more likely. You kind of have to feel it out, and that's kind of what I do. So I am often adjusting my stop limits based upon price, time, and pattern, and I don't always post all that data. It's just too much data. It would spam you guys and drive you crazy. And not only that, I have to explain my rationale each time. You guys have to determine what your risk tolerance is, determine what you want your risk-reward ratio to be, set that accordingly, and just try to be disciplined traders. You don't have to do everything that I do. I mainly have started this venture to post my entries, to post my trades. What am I interested in? Where are my final targets on these different trades? But I don't necessarily keep to my stop limits on all these. Although you know, if you've been watching me for over a year, stop limits was one thing that I did not do when I first started this, and I got killed. I got absolutely devastated on the Luna crash. All right, I lost a lot, and I learned a lot, and you all got to learn with me. I make this all this whole venture public, so that you guys can learn along with me. And really, that's the goal of this venture, that we all learn together, and you guys get to watch the train wreck as it happens, or if I make it big, you guys will see that as well. Ethereum, got to keep moving here. I'm trying to keep this to 20 minutes for my TradingView peeps. Ethereum has broke this neckline on this inverse head and shoulders pattern. That is a good sign. Target here is 2200 to 2400. And I still am targeting that. We already came back and tested that neckline. So that is hugely bullish and a very good sign for the Ethereum. Cardano, what I am seeing here is inverse head and shoulders pattern as well, signified by this. This is the neckline up here. All right, this get my pen out so you guys can see this area right here. I'm kind of waiting for us to break above that before I make an entry into Cardano. Stay tuned, and I will post that entry when I make it. Altcoin, I am in. You guys know this is an area of support we're currently sitting on, this big red line. We're exited this descending bullish triangle. Target here is about $5. Audio, I'm in this trade. What I was waiting for is a pop above this 50-day moving average. That happened a couple days ago. That's why I entered this trade. Now we're sitting on support. I expect the target to be around 40 cents. LTC is very bullish. I was hoping we'd come back down and test this 200-day moving average. I don't know that that's going to happen, guys. It's very bullish right now, and we have another big event with Litecoin happening, and so it remains to be seen. But it's still on my chart. I'm interested in watching this. Matic here. I've entered this trade because of exit from this bullish descending wedge. And I wanted us to come back down and touch this 200-day. But again, this is another coin that's pretty bullish. I don't know that that's going to happen. If it does, you guys have a good opportunity to enter. You can see I have my stop limit pretty tight because I was hoping for us to come back down to the 200-day. If we come back down to the 200-day, I'm going to be exiting. And really, I should see, that's one that I need to adjust. Really, that stop limit should be below the 200-day moving average, which takes your risk-reward ratio down to 1.5. But essentially, you want the stop limit to be below the 200-day and really, ideally, below this May 2021 ascending trend line. For a better trade. All right, this is one that's a little iffy. I mean, because we still could come back down and test that 200-day. So if you got your stop limits set to what I recommended in my post yesterday, you may want to adjust those. All right, and that's what I'm talking about with stop limits. Doji, I entered here because we came back down and did test the 200-day moving average. However, we are now under this descending trend line, which is providing us good resistance. My time is up for TradingView, people. I think I'm pretty much done anyways, so bye to the TradingView people, and I'll finish off this video for the rest of you. I think that's really it with Dogecoin. My expectations are, again, to hold at least 50% of my holdings to that 10.5 cent area, but looks like if we pop back above, we're going all the way up probably to 11.7 cents, maybe even to 12.4 cents or higher. So I am definitely going to take profits with at least 50% of my holding here at 10.5 cents, and then hold the rest of it to see what happens. All right, so that is the scenario here for the altcoins I'm watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you again soon. Peace, y'all.